All right, here's another video on linear relations. This one is on finding the solution to a system of equations. Let's have a look. Okay, before we can start talking about finding the solution to a system of equations, first we need to know what a system of equations is. Well, obviously we know what equations are. We've been looking at those for a while now, and usually they're in y equals ax plus b form. Now, up until now, if they weren't in y equals ax plus b form, we've converted them, right? We've isolated that y variable so that the equation looks like that familiar y equals ax plus b. And we're going to keep going with that whole equations idea, those y equals ax plus b's, and now we're going to introduce the word system here. Now, a system just means more than one equation in the same question. Now, the solution to a system of equations. Let me explain. When we have more than one equation in a question, we're usually only talking about two of them. So if I take two equations and I represent them by their lines on a graph, then you could probably look on the screen here and point to the spot where these two equations share the same set of coordinates. And this point where they cross is called the solution to the system of equations. Now, if you think about this, this is the only pair of xy coordinates that works in both of these equations. So at this one exact point, and this point only, there's a pair of xy coordinates that I could plug into both equations that would keep those two equations balanced. What that means is, this is the only point that lies on both lines. Now notice this is the point where the two lines cross, and we've learned before that two lines will cross once and only once, unless of course those lines are parallel. So the solution to a system of equations, the point where two equations are exactly equal, is the point where they share the same x and y values. Now this concept is easiest to picture on a graph, but it is possible to solve a system of equations using algebra. It's not only a graphic solution. Now there's a few ways that we can solve a system of equations using algebra, and the first method we're going to see is called the comparison method, and that's coming right up in the next video, so have a look at that.